So you get the basic idea of how we're doing the non-awareness set, right? Would you be interested in some ways of refining the questions you make, refining the reframes so they have a little bit more kick? I mean, we could always skip it and go to lunch because it's getting close to that time. Up to you. You sure you do this? Yes. Okay. So you understand the strategy you're looking for, yes? The strategy is you're looking at any kind of thing that could be unconscious, and you're going to put attention onto it. Whether it's a conscious association, hypnotic phenomena, a trance theme, something they're just not aware of, something amazing happening, an unconscious activity like a jerky movement, blinking, anything like that, or if it's more internal, depending where their attention was beforehand, right? And you're going to put more attention on it. So these are some questions. They'll be in your manual as well, so write them down if you want or not. It's up to you. But these are some questions that you can use, or I like to use as an opening gambit, as a way of getting something. I mean, you can use anything to start with. I hope you've seen that now. But these will give you something a little bit more palpable to begin the process with. So it'll give you something which is already loaded to start the reframe and the whole process cycling through. Does that make sense? So what do we have? Which X is more Y? What do I mean by that? Well, for example, which of your hands right now is feeling a little more trance-like? The left one is feeling more trance-like, isn't it? You didn't expect that to happen, did you? No. You see where we're going with this already? You see how it's loaded for what we want, right? You can have anything. Which of your hands is more heavy? Which of your feet is more relaxed? Which part of your body is feeling the most unusual, right? Which part of your body is feeling the most relaxed? Do you see how these things are already loaded to give you something that you can work with pretty easily? Sure. Did you know, that's right, did you know that your eyes were beginning to glaze? You didn't, did you? You did not know. And yet something's happening there, isn't it? Can you feel it increasing? That's it. Again, you can feel free to come back any time. Did you notice, again, how this is nice and loaded? This is useful, for example, what kind of things will this be useful for? If you spot what kind of things? So exactly, so if their eyes seem to be getting heavier, so did you know your eyes were beginning to droop? Or blinking, or breathing rate? Did you realize that your breathing just shifted? No. You mean your breathing shifted outside of your awareness, and that's a royal road to trance land, all laid out for you. Do you see how that works? I noticed you're doing X right now. It's the same idea as this. You just bring it into a more conversational thing. You know, I noticed that your finger's tapping. Do you always tap your finger this way? I don't know. You mean your finger's doing something you didn't even know it? I wonder what your finger knows. Do you see where this goes? And this is the classic one. This is like the general all-starter. If you have nothing, you don't even know what you want to begin with. This is your general opening gambit. How are you doing at this moment? It's the same as your get-out-of-jail-free card. It basically just gets in touch with where they're at right now, and it'll tell you whatever they say is where their attention is at. Is there attention in their thoughts, in ideas? Is there attention on something physical? Is there attention on something they see? You know where their attention is, which means wherever it is, you want it to be not there. Right? So this gives you at the same time a general sense of connection, so you know where they're at, and at the same time, it gives you a sense of what to do next. So you get the idea of how these opening questions go? They're easy, right? Especially having done what you've done. This just actually makes that process easier. And please, don't get locked into these questions as the miracle questions that I have to ask. They're just examples of an idea in action.